sisters. Why? So you have been ruminating about this for a long time. You now went on your knees, you now praying, God, let someone ask, let someone ask. And finally now, someone pressed it on auto to talk about it. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I know you were blessed. I want to appreciate everyone that have been dropping their comments on the last topic, church brothers at war. You can go back to the last series to check what we are talking about, and today again we are still continuing on this series. Thank you to every brother that took out their time to write out their comments. I love your calmness. I must celebrate that. I love your maturity and I love your emotional intelligence. I could see sisters just pouring their hearts. They were pouring as in church sisters, be calming down, be calming down, be calming down. We desire that you marry in Zion, and that's why in such a time like this, an awakening and a call is going to brothers. So they won't be the one chasing sister out to go to Babylon and be taking their husband. But this should not be an excuse for you, dear sister, to say yes to an unbeliever, because at the long run you'll be the one to suffer. If that brother starts displaying the life of his father, the devil, you will be the one to suffer. So that's why you should trust God. No matter how the difference you are seeing in church brothers, no matter what it is that is pissing you off, be patient and calm down. Look at your friend. If you are watching with your friend, and please don't do it again. Don't watch this episode alone without your friends. I want to tell that person beside you and say, I am calming down. I am calming down. I am getting relaxed. And today again, I want to continue from where we stopped. Wow. That brother said,
the sister that asked that question is very courageous, and I love that. Can I know the sister, please? I love such ladies.
Bro, why do you want to know her? Why do you want to know her? Has God ever told you that a sister that comes out bold like that will be your wife? That's on a lighter mood. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for speaking up your mind. Thank you for expressing yourself. And I know that God is going to use this as a channel to turn the life of our brothers around in the name of Jesus. I have a lot of comments here, and I'll be picking one of the sisters' comments, so come with me. She wrote, a lot of them think spirituality covers for work. In that, they don't see the need to read and expand their knowledge on things happening around them. Their sense of approach, character, emotional intelligence and communication is so questionable. They think that learning certain things or prioritizing personal and emotional care is carnal. Like, please? It's not. I'm trying to say it the way she will. You are to be a balanced and a fruitful Christian. Brother, let me read that sentence again for you. You are to be a balanced and a fruitful Christian. I think one of the brothers who made a comment like that, and I'll be talking about that too. Dear brother, I don't know if you remember the Proverbs 31 woman. The Bible said some things about her. Proverbs 31 verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Verse 23. Her husband is known in the gate when he is seated among the elders of the land. And this is the part I will be going to the comment of that brother. Can you consider this Proverbs 31 woman? Years ago, I had the privilege of ministering somewhere, and I was teaching about the Proverbs 31 woman. And while I was preparing my sermon, my husband said something. He said, the way we talk about the Proverbs 31 woman, we've forgotten there is a man behind the Proverbs 31 woman. And it takes a man that has capacity to accommodate this kind of a woman. I hope you read with me from verse 10 downward. You can see the qualities this woman has. So a man that doesn't have capacity cannot marry her. If not, such a man will cage our potentials. Brothers, are you with me? A man that doesn't have the space to allow success will feel intimidated by the success of this Proverb 31 woman. But my husband showed me something as we were talking that day. He said there is more to this man too, and one day he will teach about it. And I'm thinking too, and I'm thinking loud. Dear brothers, you have always said you want a virtuous woman. You have always said you want a virtuous sister. A sister like the Proverb 31 woman. The one who married this particular woman. Do you have the capacity? There is a capacity. If not, intimidation will arise. There is a capacity. If not, you'll be feeling she's doing too much. Imagine, she spins wool. She brings her good from afar. She does this, does that. She's into so many things. She's hardworking. So it takes someone who is hardworking to also marry her. If not, there will be conflict. Let me read a comment by one of our brothers. He said, we brothers need to really work. And it's really work. He wrote it in capital letter. Don't worry, very soon on this series, we are going to unveil the face of this brother. And we will hear him speak to brotherhood. We will hear him express himself to brotherhood. And sisters, brothers too have been saying, when am I coming for yours? But the truth is, over the years, we have had this issue being dragged too much. Many people talk to the female gender, but who is talking to the men? Many people speak to the sisters, but who is speaking to the men? But here is what he has to say. We brothers need to really work on balancing our lives. Remember the sister's comment that I read. She said there need to be a balancing. Not just spirituality. Not just I know God. You should balance it. And the spirituality will reflect in every other aspect of your life. We need to balance our lives spiritually, family, relationship-wise, financially, our physical appearance and career-wise, amongst other things, so that we can fulfill God's mandate of being equally yoked with our Christian sisters without resentment from the sisters. Eventually, someday, as males, we will become a head of our homes, and it is what we build up in terms of attitudes, characters as singles that will sustain our marriages. And this is the point this series is trying to touch in the life of brothers. This is the point it's trying to raise up. By God's grace, I've seen hardworking brothers that are hardworking, that are good, that are okay, that are wonderful. I will be having some of them come in this space and speak to us sisters and speak to us brothers. So I want to encourage you, dear viewers, listening to this in such a time like this. I want to say to you that it is not a time to condemn you. Nobody's condemning you. It is not a time for you to start thinking and looking down on yourself, but it's an awakening. As I share this story to Randall, there was a time I hung out with my husband. We went somewhere. It was a location. He had some things to do in a film. And I was asking him some question about someone I knew very well. And I said, I think this sister is too beautiful to marry this person. He said, what do you mean? You mean physical look? I said, yes. He was just laughing. He said, look at you. I said, why? He said, do you know that most ladies are not just after a man that is handsome, a man that is spiritual. They want someone that is hardworking. And if you are this kind of sister, just type hardworking, hardworking. He said they love someone that is hardworking, someone that can take care of them, someone that can be a man. And I thought of it. Indeed, the brother I'm looking at is an hardworking brother. He's an hardworking brother. He's up to the task. He's able to be a man indeed. I want to encourage you, dear brothers, don't have the mind that the reason why I want to go into marriage is for my wife to take care of me. Yes, she is an helpmeet. She can bring things to support you, but don't rely on her. Don't look up to her. Trust the Lord to help you. I understand that some of you might be having question in your heart that there was a time, I think I've had preachers preach, that there was a time their wife was earning more than them. Don't settle at that. God has made you the head that is above. You might have a wife that is submissive, but that doesn't mean you should lose your headship. That doesn't mean you should forget the space God has placed you. That doesn't mean you should have a mindset that I cannot rise above this. And by God's grace, by the time we'll be rounding up this series, we'll be rounding up with prayers, because I understand spiritually that there are forces that be that can hold a man from not rising to his full potential. There are forces that be that can make a man who's supposed to be a man over his wife to start acting like the wife in the family. And I pray for you. The Lord will bless you on every side and lift you beyond your reasoning. God bless you. See you next time.